Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and we're living in a pretty crazy world right now. What with the global pandemic, going to the movies has been pretty much null for at least 3 months, depending on where you live in the world. The last movie I saw in the theater was The Way Back with Ben Affleck, which I enjoyed, but boy am I missing seeing movies on the big screen. One of my favorite filmmakers working today is Christopher Nolan, who is known as kind of a cinema guru. He's all about using actual film stock and IMAX and other large format cameras, and he's always pushing for the theatrical experience. Now he's talked about his new film Tenet, which is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I know a lot of people feel the same way. So let's talk about his comments, shall we? Now, Tenet looks to be, in the Nolan tradition, a big, loud action movie with a high-concept sci-fi bent that takes place all around the world. The movie is apparently not about time travel, more about time manipulation, in this case called inversion. Cool. And outside of that, we don't know all that much about it. The super secretive film for Warner Brothers stars John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Himesh Patel, Elizabeth Debicki, Michael Caine, Kenneth Branagh, Dimple Kapadia, Martin Donovan, and Aaron Taylor-Johnson. During this pandemic, one of the big questions for movie fans is when will movie theaters reopen, and will Tenet get its big screen debut release? And Nolan has been adamant to see his espionage spy thriller get a theatrical presentation, and it seems Warner Brothers has been really having his back on that. While the film was originally scheduled for a July 17th release, a release date that the studio until very recently had been sticking to its guns on, it was recently announced that the film has been pushed only 2 weeks to July 31st. Presumably this move was made to give theater goers a little bit of a chance to come to grips with the idea of perhaps going back to the theater and doing so safely and comfortably. Further, Warner Brothers will be re-releasing Nolan's dreamscape thriller Inception on July 17th, Tenet's original release date, which is also Inception's 10th anniversary. But this is what we're really here to talk about. Nolan recently sent a video, really kind of a manifesto that illustrates his love for cinema, to CineEurope, a European film convention and trade show. In it, Nolan outlined his thoughts on Tenet and why he feels it's important to view his film in the cinema. As per Deadline, Nolan said, quote, "We're in the final throes of it," meaning post-production. "I don't want to say too much about it other than we're extraordinarily excited about what we've been able to do with this material. I think of all the films that I've made, this is perhaps the one that is most designed for the audience experience, the big screen experience. This is a film whose image and sound really needs to be enjoyed in your theaters on the big screen, and we're very excited for you to see what it is we've done. We've made big films in the past, but this is a film whose global reach and level of action is beyond anything we've ever attempted before. I think we only would have been able to pull off this film with the level of experience we've had doing action films in the past. The movie has an incredible ensemble cast led by John David Washington, who gives the most extraordinary and iconic performance as the protagonist at the heart of Tenet, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what he's done with his character. I'm very much looking forward to sharing the film with you. I'm going to get back to finishing it right now, and I look forward to your reaction." It does really seem from Nolan's comments that this movie really needs to be seen on the big screen. I watch The Dark Knight from time to time on my pretty big TV, and it's a great experience, but it ain't the same. Let's be honest, it's not even close. So now the big question becomes, will theaters be open by the time Tenet is released, and will we feel safe going to see it? Now, I understand that in the States, AMC, Regal, and others are saying that they will be open by mid to late July, and here in Canada, Cineplex intends to do the same. Thus far, neither AMC nor Cineplex have said that they will be requiring guests to wear masks, but they will be putting in place considerable safety precautions, such as reserved seating for social distancing, employees wearing personal protective equipment, hand sanitizer stations, and staggered showtimes to keep the lobbies from being overcrowded. I am dying to see Tenet, and I'm still not sure if I'm gonna go. If I do, I'll mask up, I'll glove up, I'll take my sanitizer and my wipes. But now, I wanna know, what do you think of Christopher Nolan's comments? And how are you feeling about the prospect of going back to the theater while COVID-19 is still out there? And do you plan on seeing Tenet on the big screen? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below, let's discuss. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.